Hi there, Awana families. Pastor Carlos here once again, and welcome to Counsel Time. Let's talk about parrots. Parrots, you know, the bird. They are known for, that's right, imitating. I read about a parrot commanding the family dog to go to your crate. Can you imagine? Go to your crate, go to your crate. Some parrots imitate the cough of their owner. They can cough like their owner. Parrots mimic different languages as well as accents. Can you imagine a parrot saying, "Top of the morning to you, top of the morning to you"? Parrots sometimes mimic saying mean things. If you have a parrot, be careful what you say. So we see that parrots are wired, they are made, they are created to imitate their owners. Likewise, you and I are called to imitate God. And we see this in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 1 to 2. Listen to what Paul says. Therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children, and walk in love, just as Christ also loved you and gave himself up for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God as a fragrant aroma. My message is entitled, The Call to Imitate God. And we will make 5 observations regarding this call to imitate God. And let us begin with observation number 1. We are commanded to imitate God. This is a command. Verse 1 says, therefore, be imitators of God. This is a clear command. In the previous passage, Paul reminds us that Christ is kind, tender-hearted, and forgiving towards us. Paul links this attitude of Christ towards us with the command to imitate God. My young friends, God commands us to imitate him. We are to think, speak, and behave in a godly manner. Well, let us continue with our next observation. Observation number 2. We are commanded to imitate God as those who are loved by God. Our text says, be imitators of God as beloved. Let us not lose sight of the fact we are loved by God. And God's love toward us serves as reason for us to imitate him. Additionally, God's love towards us is the love we are to imitate. We are to love others with the love with which we are loved by God. We now move to observation number 3. We are called to imitate God as those who are children of God. The text says, therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children. We are children of God. As God's children, we are to reflect him. We are to mirror him. We are to be like our Father in heaven. We are to imitate our Father in heaven. We are to be Christ-like. Children of God must behave as children of God. And so let us now turn to observation number 4. We are called to imitate God by walking in love. As we continue in the passage we read, and walk in love. Walk in love, just as Christ also loved you. The word walk refers to our manner of life or our way of living. We are to walk in love. We are to be a loving people. I believe this includes knowing that we are loved, and then allowing love, the love of God, to fill and flow through our lives. And the love that we are referring to is the love of Christ. Paul makes this clear when he says, just as Christ also loved you. We must know that we are loved by Christ, and we must allow such love to shape us, right? To mold us. We are to be shaped by the love of Christ in such a way that the love of Christ fills and flows through us onto others around us. Indeed, we are called to imitate God by walking in love. Observation number 5. Our motivation to imitate God is the gospel of Jesus Christ. We have already read, just as Christ also loved you. Paul goes on to say that Christ gave himself for us. He gave himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God as a fragrant aroma. Paul wants us to wrap our minds around the fact that Christ died on a cross for us. He bled his blood for us. He received upon himself the punishment we deserve. This is the ultimate good news. This is the best news ever. This is the gospel. Jesus died on a cross for hell-deserving sinners. He was punished in our place for our sin. He bled his blood to wash away all of our sin. This is good news. This is the gospel, and it should motivate us. It should encourage us. It should make us want to imitate God. So we see from our text today 5 observations regarding the call, God's call upon us to imitate him. First, we are clearly commanded to imitate God. Second, we are to imitate God as those who know we are loved by God. Third, we are to imitate God as those who are children of God. Fourth, we are to imitate God by walking in love. We are to know and experience the love of God for us, and the love of God is to flow through us. And fifth, our motivation to imitate God is the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. His death on a cross in our place should provide the gracious push that we need to live in such a way that we imitate God. Boys and girls, thank you so much for listening. I trust you are encouraged today to imitate God. Now may the Lord greatly bless each and every single one of you.